My grandson wanted me to do this podcast. He says, Grandpa, you might be alone in being the voice of reason in our world today. I don't know about that, but the kid was pretty adamant, but I got to do a podcast, a video podcast, whatever the heck they call it, these things. Anyway, yes, so first of all, I would like to say hello to my grandchildren. And I want to thank them for calling me Grandpa. And not boo-boo or poo-poo or doo-doo or cuckoo. I'm your grandpa. Not a cartoon character and not a bathroom function. Okay? Now, first of all, my grandson is telling me, okay, I got it. They got to tell you to subscribe to me. I don't know what that means. Okay, I used to be subscribed to a magazine. I don't consider myself a magazine, but subscribe and follow me. Now, where I come from, that was called stalking, and it wasn't a good thing. But he's telling me to tell you to follow me. Okay, here we go. Now, first of all, let me clear something up. Okay, wow, where'd it go? Anyway, the regular, okay, is not a bathroom kind of regular we're talking about. It's not that kind of a podcast. But if any of you did tune in for that, all right, I just want to tell you a little tip. If you're laxative, okay, you can tell it's really extra powerful if it also comes with a seatbelt in the box. Just letting you know, okay? So let's talk about, you know what? We old people, we had it rough in the day. We didn't have binge watching. You folks are involved in binge watching. I mean, you know, and we had to just remember things. You know, you had to remember what was going on in the show and you know, from week to week. And we had the brain capacity to maybe handle that. And if you were a little bit brain deficient, so you watched the soap opera. You only had to wait one more day to remember who was who and what was what and what was going on. That's how we had it. It was rough. It was regular. We didn't watch people playing poker. Okay, we played our own games. You know, we didn't have all that. It was, you know, what I'm against. Okay, against some of these poker player. Yeah, you offended? All right, I'm sorry. Okay, all right. The gamblers. It's hardcore today. It's rough. Let me just tell you this. I'm not against improvements, okay? I'm not a crotchety old guy that's complaining about everything. It's just like I don't like when they try and supposedly make things better, and it's not. You've been to Costco lately? The blueberry muffins are gone. The blueberry muffins we had, yes, it's a tragedy. You had a blueberry muffin the size of your head. You ate one, it filled you up all day. You cut it in quarters, you fed a family of 4. And what the heck is this all about? I mean, this is Costco. This is not the evil empire. This is a company that gives you a roasted chicken to feed a family of 10 for under $5. For $1.50, you get a soda and a hot dog the size of your arm. And so what did they do? Why did they take it away? I don't think it was because the public demanded. The public said, we got to have a smaller blueberry muffin, please. I don't think that's what happened. They don't make things better anymore. How many of you have seen improvements in supposedly the upgrades on your computer system and your phone, and it works worse than ever? Okay? Ah, they did come back. How you doing? Now, we had phones. We did not have voicemail. You picked up a phone, you didn't know who was there or what was going on. It was rough. We survived it, though. We did. We made it. We had a mystery. Everything was a mystery. Photographs. You kids don't even know. We would have these cameras. Sometimes they were throwaways. And you take the pictures and you had no idea whether anything came out until somebody else developed it and you found out much later. I know this sounds like a million years ago, but it really wasn't. Okay? And food. Food in general. It's just crazy. I got a couple of guidelines for food. Okay? You don't know what it is, don't put it in your mouth. You don't like the way it tastes, don't swallow it. That's all the advice I got for you. Okay? And it gets too fancy, too ridiculous. Charcuterie boards. What the heck? You know what we did? You threw out a plate, threw a couple of slices of cold cuts on it, maybe a couple of slices of cheese. You wanted colors. You had a celery stalk. You had a chopped up carrot. You know, you really went big. You found a radish in the back of the refrigerator. You put it out on there. Ritz crackers. Boom, that's it. And that's 7 kinds of crackers, 7 kinds of cheese, 14 different fatty meats. Okay? We had a name for it. It was appetizers. And we had a bigger name for it. You know what it really was? It was backup. In case you screwed up dinner, at least those poor people had something to eat. We had food that wasn't good, honestly. Okay? But we didn't gain weight because we actually got up out of our chair once in a while. We had to get up and, I know you kids today think, oh, kill me. No, we had to get up and turn the channel. Okay? Change the channel. Can you believe that? You had to get up out of your chair to do that. People can't do that anymore. We lost that. It's all gone. You know, I believe in common sense. I don't need an app to tell me to feed the dog. He's chewing on my leg. I know he's hungry. And everybody's a narcissist now. We didn't even know what that meant. Now it's everybody, but I'll be honest with you. This self-absorption, the grandparents are a big part of it, spoiling the kids. I tell my wife, you know, your grandchildren, they ain't that amazing, okay? They ain't, all right? That's a big thing. Everybody's amazing now. No, you're not really that amazing. You know, this is the part where my grandson is filming. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to show people what you got in your backpack. Actually, you should call it a snack pack. What do you got in here? All right. What do you got? Grandma's chocolate chip cookies. Have you read the ingredients in Grandma's chocolate chip cookies? My eyes are bad. I can't read one of these things. I don't know what it is, but they're big words. Where I come from, your grandmother put this stuff in the cookies. That woman was trying to kill you. Now, what do we got here? Little Debbie snacks. The gourmet, apparently, of the snack world. You know what happened to Little Debbie? She's dead. Probably from eating too many of these things. What else has he got in here? Oh, a Hostess cupcake. Oh, I remember these. Look at the size of this. We had Hostess cupcakes twice the size, right? You know, isn't it sad? We're supposed to leave the world better for these kids. And look at what we left them. The baby blueberry muffins and the Hostess cupcakes. It's sad. The world is not better for these kids. Anyway, I want to encourage my grandson not to eat this stuff, okay? Anyway, let me get back to my little show here. What else I'd like to say? You know, throughout all of human history, I think, it may not be known, but parents would drop their little children on their head pretty regularly just to ensure that they didn't grow up to be smarter than the parents. And we've advanced. You don't have to do that anymore. Because as soon as they're born, you put an iPad in front of them and guaranteed they're going to be more stupid than you. That's the world today. And back to the charcuterie board. We didn't have cherry tomatoes. You had cherries, you had tomatoes. Who had to go and mix them up like that? You couldn't be happy with the way it was. Oh, my God. And what about real field temperatures? Have you had enough of this? Like, I need someone to tell me, oh, you know, because of the humidity, it's 98 degrees, but with the humidity, it's going to feel like 184. Or because it's below zero, but it's going to be 80 below zero because of the wind chill. You need somebody to tell you this? And why do they need to tell you? There's a chance of a shower. Long as you got a bathroom with running water, you got a chance of a shower. This is for the older people who are going to be watching my little video cast here thing. My theory is that everything went to garbage after Howard Cosell died. If you are of that generation that you remember him, you write down in the comments below, okay, what you think about that, okay? I don't know. Aging has its benefits, though, folks. I'll tell you this. But let me give you a little tip. Stop electing old people to run your country. But you can fool around when you get old. I go to dinner at my daughter's house. We're sitting there. We're having salad. And I'll pluck a tomato. Like I say to everybody, man, this tastes almost like a real tomato. And the grandchildren are like, Grandpa, it is a real tomato. And I'm like, stop. We haven't had a real tomato in this country since 1937. And if you say it convincingly enough, they believe you. But that's my biggest advice to everybody. Don't believe everything they tell you, including me. All right? You don't believe it, it don't sound regular, it ain't. Okay? And I'd like to close this all up with a message to my grandchildren. Grandpa loves you, even if I don't know how to express it with an emoji.